2009 Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we break down one of their records. We get into the music, lyrics, how it was made, and everything in between. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, you smash that subscribe button. That's what the kids say, dude. And that's all I have for the boring intro. So we are in chain reaction season on the podcast. So if you didn't listen to the album or the rankings episode, 3 weeks of bands that played a chain reaction that were significant in chain reaction's history. And if you don't know what chain reaction is, it is a famous venue here in Orange County, California, Anaheim, California, that just shut down 2 days ago. They've been around since 1996. A lot of your favorite bands have played at this venue, especially when they started out. So 3 weeks of chain reaction season, and we're starting with Horse the Band today and the Mechanical Hand, their record from 2005. Second or third record, depending on what you think. But the Mechanical Hand. So let's get into this, Jeff. Let's get into our origin story with Horse the Band. What do you got? Go.
I don't remember the first time I heard them. It just, at some point in our high school career, before we graduated, it was like, hey, this band is fucking awesome. And then we just really, really liked them. But by the time the Mechanical Hand came out, that was it. We loved it, and I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay,
literally no idea. That's it. That's all I got. I got nothing.
All right. So my origin story is I heard about them in high school. So I think it was like junior year of high school. I heard one of their songs. I don't remember what song it was, but I remember
Cutsman.
It had to. Yeah, it must have been Cutsman or something because it was on Borlax. Because Mechanical Hand hadn't come out yet, and I saw them at Chain Reaction. So 2004. Maybe I went with Kyle Palo. We might have gone and seen them. I honestly don't remember who I saw Horse the Band with.
I've seen Horse at Chain.
Maybe Brian Moore. I don't know who the fuck I saw him with, but because I've been to so many fucking shows, especially at Chain. I don't remember, but I did see them a few times at Chain. Back in the Borlax and the Mechanical Hand era, and then so that's my origin story. I kind of don't remember either where I saw them or heard about them, I should say. But just one, the band name is ridiculous, like Horse the Band. What the fuck is this? And then also, and then once you hear their music, you're like, I've never heard anything like this in my entire life. Like you're just so taken aback. I mean, and that's kind of my first impressions of this record, the Mechanical Hand, is like, what is this? I've never heard anything like this in my whole life. It's so fucking weird. It's so heavy. It's just bizarre, but it works. It all flows and works really, really well. This is like,
it works really well.
This is like Dillinger, but way quirkier, way fucking quirkier, or even BT Bam, but way fucking quirkier and less like, let's just try to make a prog rock song or try to make a prog metal song. Let's just fucking go crazy.
Do that.
But not to the extent that BT Bam does. That's my point.
I mean, like BT, don't smut talk BT Bam.
I'm not smut talking them. I'm just saying, Horse the Band is a very light take on what BT Bam and Dillinger were doing at the time.
If you can't be the best at your instruments and do proggy metalcore, then do something else. If you can't be like the most punk metalcore band of all time and put on shows that are fucking wild like Dillinger, then put on something else. So that's what Horse did. They said, let's do this because no one else is doing this. Kind of rightfully so. This is kind of a dumb fucking concept to even do. Like, metalcore is stupid. This chiptune thing they're adding to metalcore is also really stupid. Putting it together is pretty fucking dumb. And it could only have lasted a couple of years at the most. And there's no way it would have spurred an entire genre of hundreds, if not thousands of bands. Like, no. Like, this is
some bands did take inspiration from Horse the Band. Like, look at the band Attack, who came out, 5-6 years later? Like, 2008, 2009. And they were doing this, like, fucking Nintendo Core kind of keyboard in there.
It was around the same time,
with heavy fucking guitars. But it was just trash. Like, Attack were trash.
Attack is trash, yes. That crabcore kind of shit is fucking
crabcore,
terrible.
Yes, yeah. A lot of crabcore had... dude, calling it... I know, it's so stupid. But a lot of that crabcore had like, dumb fucking keys. Keys.
True. But they were still if we say like Horse was, I always just kind of relate it to high school, right? If Horse was like junior year of high school, then Attack was like senior year of high school. It wasn't that far,
like
but it was.
No, I feel like they started like several years after.
Maybe at the very most, maybe like 7 or 8, but like not 2010. That's already way too late for like that metalcore sound. And like Horse the band, no one knew until what sophomore, junior year of high school.
Yeah, I would.
Right?
I mean, our Borlax,
2002,
yeah. So it was 03, and so Attack started in 07.
Okay, that
checks
long
out.
enough to where they could have drawn inspiration, but not so far removed where it's like you guys are just totally copying this. It's still in the metalcore realm, but with the electronic aspect to it. But yeah, even like, dude, no one has done, even still to this day, no one has done Horse the Band.
I know. They truly stand out amongst all bands. Nobody has done it like this or as good as this. It's fucking
stupid.
crazy.
It really is a stupid fucking genre. Outside of Horse the Band, even like sometimes later Horse and I don't know. It's just, I don't like metalcore. Most people don't like metalcore. It's stupid as fuck. Adding this to it is a recipe for disaster. It's just these guys owned it, right? Like if you're gonna eat a shit sandwich, fucking just eat it. Get all in there. Dip it in au jus. Get in there. And that's what they did.
They did, and it's
That's
so
what they
good.
did.
And the mechanical hand is so goddamn good. It's, dude, every song, like every song is a punch in the face. There's 2 interludes, 2 instrumental interludes, and even those are fucking crazy cool. Like they're not as heavy as the normal songs, but they're great interludes. They blend everything in together. It's, dude, this album's insane, front to back.
Do you have 13 bangers then?
I technically have 11 bangers, and then the 2 interludes I put as okay songs. Because
What?
That's what I did. I mean, I could change it right now.
That's crazy that you just did 2 stupid things in one fucking sentence. That's impressive, but that's par for the course, I guess.
So every song's perfect
come
for
on.
you.
Every no.
Then what?
No. I have 8 bangers. I have 8 true bangers. My 8th banger, it could go either way, but there are okay songs on this record. I'm not sitting here bullshitting nothing like that. Of course, this isn't a perfect. So by your account, if every song is a banger, that's a perfect record.
But I didn't say every song was a banger.
Well, you just did. You said I could.
I could change my mind. What's wrong with changing my mind? People change their minds.
Oh, nobody changes their mind,
Oh, okay.
especially
stupid.
you.
Okay. But anyway, 11 bangers out of the 13. Let's get into our biggest banger on this one. I think it's probably
Birdo.
Yeah, Birdo is the best song. The opener. It's wild.
No if ands or buts. Like there's no comparison. This song is absolutely fucking bonkers.
It really
to open it up with the eggs thing. And like
eggs.
I didn't know what that was because I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan outside the 3 movies that I watch every like once a year pretty much. But I don't care that much about it. Never watched the Hobbit cartoons. Don't really care to. Not going to watch them now, even that I know this. But yeah, it's from the Hobbit cartoon, and it's
from like 78, 77, 78.
Bilbo and Gromit. What's the guy's name? Gollum. Gromit. Bilbo and Gollum. They're going back and forth asking each other riddles. And I read through the riddles, dude. They're fucking hard riddles. Like I would never have guessed this shit. But they're going back and forth, and the answer to the riddle that Bilbo asked Gollum was eggs. And Gollum's like, eggs. Eggs. Because he gets the answer, right? And that kickstarts this fucking wild ass song.
It's just instantly after the eggs, the ta 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 ta, just the drums kick in so hard. Oh my god! And then everything stops and goes, Bert. Da, 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 da,
And then we get just absolutely wild.
That's more toward the end of the song. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, just that part toward the end is crazy.
Just yelling bird and then getting the kick drum like the doop 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 doop, right? Before we press into the actual song, dude, perfect synth tone. And that's something they played around with on Borlax, and then even before that, Cutsman has perfect synth tone. But not every song on Borlax has perfect synth tone, especially in their early ones, their EPs, their demo or first record. They're playing around with a lot of like how can we have this shit sound like it's not coming from like the 80s, but also that it's still kind of like hard and aggressive that can blend with like chuggy guitars. And there are times in there, and on this record too, I'll mention a couple songs, but their guitar tones are not good sometimes. They are not good.
Yeah.
They're coming,
especially some of the higher notes that he plays.
Dude, they are straight up playing through Line 6 spiders. Like that is what they bought. That's their fucking but that's fine. That's what we all used in this era. A lot of metal kids love those fucking. We had one at the studio.
Spiders. Jesus
we had
Christ.
one at the studio the other weekend. Brian So had one. Like everybody had a fucking Line 6
They were so
spider.
cheap. They were cheap.
So fucking cheap. They had all these different tones you could play around with. They had the blues. They had the crunchy. They had like the insane setting, right? Like the fucking Spinal Tap 211, the insane setting. But that's what a lot of these tones sound like. But they know that, and they make it work for them, right? Mm-hmm. Just because you have a shitty tone doesn't mean like the song's going to sound shitty. Just make it work. Work around it, right? Eat around the mold, right? You get moldy cheese, eat around the mold. It's fine. That's what they do here. And a lot of these songs, dude, do not sound good on their own. Mm-hmm. But god damn, they make it work. They do. And like this is an example too, because they're able to get this weird like swing in these slow parts in this album, right? When they kind of like, it's not necessarily a breakdown, but they kind of get into these little grooves. They don't last maybe like 30 seconds, 40 seconds at the most. Yeah. But they're just like uber melodic on all fronts, and everybody really, really gets into it. But the guitars never stop doing that sound. But the way they get away with it is like the drum kit kind of like sounds tinny and kind of sounds like it's a shitty fucking drum set. Yeah. But then they got the keys in the back, right? And that's when the keys really shine. The keys are like, all right, now it's my time to take over. And there's a little bit of distortion to it. But then also the bass, dude. The bass drives through, and it's kind of like chuggy. Kind of like, fuck, man, I had the song earlier, but I can't think of it now. I'll think of it later. Because there's a lot of like cool 90s sounding, like System of a Down, Rage Against the Machine sounding parts to a lot of the things they're doing on this record. But Birdo's the best example of it. Anyway,
Birdo's something else.
It's a good song.
And
it's a good song.
What I also love too is during the breakdown of the song, where there's like the soundscape, like this kind of, I don't even say like it's a proper soundscape. It's just him holding the key down, and it kind of has this like filter effect. So you have this during the breakdown, and then it builds a little bit, some chugginess, and then all of a sudden the guitar goes, bum, bum. You hear that he like as high as you can get on the fucking neck. He goes, bum, bum, and he slides up the neck, and he does it twice. And I think that little touch, those two notes and that slide, just make the song so perfect. Like you don't need a lot to make a song perfect, and that right there during that breakdown was just perfect. And then it builds, and then you get the second brr, and then the pause, dead silent, and then da 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 da, then just goes fucking crazy, and then well, so that's the first false ending to the song, and then it gets all crazy again, and then it stops again. You're like, okay, this is the end of the song, and then all of a sudden it goes into a second fucking heavy ass breakdown. You're like, what the fuck is this? The song is out of control.
I think the one you're talking about, the second to last bird, before it drops into like the real hell breaking loose, like that's the bee's knees of the song.
Oh,
that's
totally.
Like, that's like my favorite part besides the eggs into the intro. Like that's it. This song is wild, dude. This song is wild. This song is more wild than like any metalcore song that has ever been. It just fucking is.
Definitely, yeah.
I know you like your bleeding throughs and everything, but you see an opener come out, and no matter what fucking bleeding through 18 Vision song they could have dropped, this is wilder.
I know. Oh, I agree. I totally agree. I love Bleeding Through. I love 18 Visions. I love Atreyu. But this opening, this Birdo song is
shocking.
It's truly shocking. Dude. Only because it's so recent, and it was only a few months ago when Tammy and I saw them at the Glass House. I mean, of course they started with Birdo. So, the lights go down. There's just this one singular picture of a horse, like a portrait, like painting of a horse in the background. It's like 12 by 12 inches, and it's just like hanging behind the kit, and the lights go dim. There's some soft lighting, and then the band starts walking out, and then the intro to Birdo plays, and everybody, like, instantly people start circling in the pit.
You lose your mind.
Before
fucking mind.
Just during the audio part of it, people are already starting to circle in the pit.
And they play eggs.
They played eggs. Yeah, they played Birdo. Yeah, and then the eggs, and then it just went fucking crazy. That show was wild. And then even when Mike and I saw him in 2019, at the shrine, not the shrine. Fucking, where do we see him? That shitty, the Regent, I think, in LA. It's in Skid Row. It's on Skid Row. One of the worst venues ever. But we saw him there, and that pit was fucking. That was one of the most insane pits I had been to up to that point in probably over 10 years.
This is one of those songs where we're like I don't know. Going into this, I always think like I'm not going in the pit. Like I'm not feeling it tonight. I'm too old.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to be sore tomorrow. What if I fall? What if I lose my phone? This is one of the songs that if I hear, like the brain just turns off and like
I know you
know what I mean? Like your brain turns off and you just get like, ooh, it's 2005.
Like I'll just deal with the consequences later. Like fuck it, I cannot miss this. Like that's
true.
Birdo.
Like fuck it, you leave it for tomorrow, Jeff. Leave it for tomorrow, Tyler. Fuck those guys.
Yes.
Yeah, Birdo brings out the best and the worst.
Oh man, I mean, people listening to this who have never heard it, because once again, friend of the pod, Skip, he's from England, he's from Birmingham, and this band, I mean, yeah, they did a lot of world tours, but I don't know if he has that same kind of connection with Horst the band as we do here, because they were so close to home. But so I'm curious what his thoughts are on it, like how much he hates it, because he probably hates it because somebody did it better before. That's cyberbullying, dude.
Nobody did this shit better.
I agree. I agree. But Skip. We know Skip.
No one. I mean, like by design though, right? Like this is a very metalcore is a very regional thing to America and to where we grew up. That was a very regional thing. So by design, of course, like no one's gonna do that. I don't want to say better or worse because again, metalcore is fucking pretty trash overall. But I think. I don't know. I think what makes this so exciting is that even while like growing up in the metalcore scene and like the hardcore scene of Orange County, it was always like bands trying to push each other, trying to like, what can you do different? Like Death by Stereo, right? The well-respected band in the Orange County hardcore punk metalcore scene, but they blend the two better than most bands could ever dream of doing.
True.
But it's still in that realm. It's still doing one of the two things. It's like, how can we be different? How can we knock the socks off of people? Like, who thinks of this? You know what I mean? It's like watching a movie. Sense. You're like, whoa, dude, that was fucking good. How did you think of that? Like, true, like peak artistry.
Yeah, I agree. But
you
also
saw me formulate artistry in real time in my head.
And also, once again, I can see why people wouldn't like this band if you didn't grow up in this scene. Like, if you weren't here in Orange County, I get it. I know it sounds super hyper regional and kind of pretentious, but I mean, I get it. Like if you're on the East Coast or the Midwest, there was nothing like Orange County. Orange County hardcore is such a niche thing, but there were so many bands that came out of the scene that influenced so many other bands and that just still have a great following, you know. God. But I don't know.
I'm talking about pretentiousness. Like, dude, East Coast fucking punkers. Ugh. Pretentious.
What do they have? Fucking
Bay Area punkers.
Killswitch Engage. That's their metalcore. That's like the height of their metalcore is Killswitch Engage. Like, come on.
We had one record.
Yeah, one good record.
That was like it was good. It was good.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, metalcore started and was at its best here in Orange County. Maybe LA, but Orange County had the best metalcore, hands down.
I agree. We talked about it. I not a big metalcore guy, but I've listened to a lot of it. I think Suicide Notes and Butt Kisses, that is
from Atreyu,
textbook metalcore. That is textbook metalcore.
It is, yeah.
Chapter 1, Butt Kisses.
Suicide Notes and Butt Kisses, yes. God, it's so stupid. All right, so
good.
Back to Horst the Band, The Mechanical Hand. 2005, that's crazy, man. 20 years. And so...
Haven't hit the video, haven't hit the lyrics.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, fuck, man, I know. So the video, real quick.
One song. That's how good this fucking song is. It truly is such a good fucking song.
This whole record, too. So there's as far as I could tell, there was only 3 videos, and I watched all 3 videos from this record. So yeah, with Birdo, this one, they're all fucking weird as shit. Yeah. My favorite was
ugly, awkward, and weird.
Yeah, my favorite video was not Birdo, but this one was like they're like this high school talent show band.
I thought it was like middle school.
Oh, okay, it might be middle school. Yeah, it might be middle school. Yeah. But either way, high school, middle school, I don't know. But they were like the house band for the talent show. So kids were doing their whatever they were doing on the stage, and the band was just playing their music. And it was just weird. It was like almost like kind of Tim and Eric, before Tim and Eric, so it wasn't as outrageous. That's how I
Yes.
felt about these videos. The videos were very pre-Tim and Eric. They were just very Tim and Eric light. That's what these videos were. It was so fucking weird.
There's a very specific reason why like these videos get pushed from just like it's kind of like a dumb video to like that's fucking weird. It's a keyboard player. It's Napoleon Dynamite on the fucking keys.
Eric,
right?
Yeah, Eric on keys.
And like so when you first did this, watching these videos, like holy shit, I forgot that dude. We always said that like for a long time after Napoleon came out.
Like Napoleon.
Like dude, looks like the guy from Horse the Band.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, you also read that Snow Patrol supposedly stole the idea and then did their own video for Signal Fire,
which is like
years later.
I mean, Snow Patrol. I mean, honestly, Snow Patrol had probably never heard of Horse the Band at all, and they were probably told by like their label or something like, "Oh, this would be a good idea." Somebody from that label probably saw the video, or who knows.
It's not just that it's like a middle school play, but even like the it's not a sepia, but like I don't know the different. You know, what do you call that? Like the sepia on
the filter.
Tint. The filters. I don't know the different filters. Filters. That's French for filter.
Mm-hmm.
I speak French. But there's a definite tint that is very reminiscent of Horse the Band. It's that, again, not sepia. Maybe it's sepia. I don't know. But there's a specific tint.
I know what you're talking about, but that's what a lot of amateur videos looked like at the time.
Yeah,
it wasn't just
hide
Horse.
The mistakes.
It wasn't just Horse. It was like every band that was putting out music videos, like amateur music videos at the time. They all had this overall filter and tone to the videos. And I get
all the whites are washed out. It's very like green focused.
Yeah,
right. Like the bushes kind of like come out real high, but like the blacks are washed out. The whites are washed out.
It's a very specific tone or filter to that era. Or it was just the camera. Honestly, I don't think it was like a special filter. I think that was just cameras at the time because it was like early digital.
Cameras like this.
It was like it was after you were using tapes. So it was early digital. So early digital has like a weird.
In 2005.
We were, but it was digital. We were just kind of
tape.
No, there was still tape, but most at that time, like people doing music videos, they were spending like a couple $1,000s on like brand new digital cameras. Video cameras and shit. But anyway, 0-2. Lyrically, I like his lyrics. I like Nathan's lyrics a lot on this record.
So I came
Way
into
better
this
than I
thinking
thought.
he's just going to be saying bullshit and talking about McDonald's and dumb fucking shit. But then when I started reading, I was like, damn, bro, you grew up in the emo scene.
Yes.
You have emo lyrics on metalcore, Nintendo core fucking instrumentation. He's an emo kid. This kid's an emo kid through and through. And Birdo's fucking proof in the pudding here.
Yeah, it's about being bullied and teased. And I mean, he does have a lot of lyrics. Like every song, there's just a lot of words.
A lot of words. Dude.
The one negative thing I have to say about it, he does a lot of like obvious rhyming, which isn't necessarily bad, but I mean, when you throw up like some lyricists where their lyrics are fucking fantastic but everything flows and tells a story, his kind of does the same, but the rhyming is too obvious. Like it's like night and light, and you know what I mean. Like the rhyming was just too, I don't say amateur, but just too easy. That was the only negative thing I have to say about his lyrics. But I I liked his lyrics. I mean, for a metalcore band at this time, the lyrics are pretty solid.
Well, especially in a genre where no one gives a fuck what you're saying because
can't understand them.
You can't understand them. And like emo kids aren't really jumping on board with the metalcore phase anyway. It's more like the hardcore punkers, and the hardcore punkers are just angsty, roided out bros anyway. Like who cares? But this is pretty deep. So like the things that I read about Birdo was that his stepdad was a dickhead, hated his stepdad, abusive. One thing that I saw was and that's the whole egg concept comes into play here with the Birdo and Mario. But there was something about eggs and his stepdad. And I think there was a specific event in his life where he was supposed to eat his eggs and he didn't. And his stepdad got so mad at him that he punched his mom. I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny. But he punched his mom in the face. And like he saw that. And like as a kid, that probably sticks with you forever.
Of course.
And, like now you hate eggs for the rest of your life because it brings up these weird fucking emotions, right? Like you can't quite process ever. But that's kind of where this came from. and it's pretty fucking wild. And it's not just that, but like the entire song of Birdo is about, like, quote unquote, about the bird from Super Mario 2. That fucking. And then I didn't even know this. Dude, this is wild stuff too. I didn't even know this week. I always thought Birdo was a girl, but I guess it's a boy that wants to be a girl. So like an early trans thing.
Yeah.
But it was in the manual of Super Mario 2.
I always thought it was a girl too. I didn't know about the whole like possible
in the original manual when this game came out. They gave this guy a fucking backstory, and this guy's backstory was he'd rather just be a girl, and like that was Birdo. Like that's fucking crazy.
That is pretty
like first
wild.
of all, to even have a backstory for a character that like is a throwaway piece of shit character that you're just gonna fight, right?
But that's how a lot of like old games were though. Like they had manuals where every character had its own little thing.
Oh, it's so sick. I do miss flipping through manuals like back in the day. But this was Nintendo. I never had a Nintendo when it came out, so I didn't flip through a lot.
I didn't need it, but I had a neighbor who had a Nintendo, and so there was this guy that I grew up with, and my parents were friends with him and his wife, and he was like, honestly, him and his wife were like 23 or 24. They were young. They had no
when
kids
you were
at
like
all. When
10-ish.
I was like 6 years old, and the Super Nintendo wasn't even out yet. But I remember and they had no kids because they were young. They were in their early 20s. They just like to party and hang out with my parents and all that shit. But
your parents were still young at the time too.
Yeah, my
right?
parents. They were like 30, I think, by the time I was that age. But I remember going over to his house. He had a regular Nintendo, and I swear to you, he had every single Nintendo game you could possibly have.
Damn.
He had every fucking game. And this house is wild because he had this like giant entertainment center. This is like 1992 or 2, I think, or 1993.
So expensive
shit. And because they had no kids and expendable income, they just bought a lot of shit. And they lived in Fairmont Hill, which you're familiar with, that area. We were next door neighbors. So it was a 3-bedroom condo. They had the master bedroom to themselves.
Damn.
Yeah, master bedroom to themselves. And then the 1 bedroom was her room, and it was the cow room. She loved cows. So she had cows.
Like moo cows?
Moo cows, yeah. So everything in this room was cow. Like, it was fucking insane. She even had cow fish. There's a fish called a cowfish, and it's a black and white spotted fish. I swear to you, it was fucking wild. And he had his own room, and that room was the Frisbee room. And every part of the wall, my mom will confirm this too, because she thought it was crazy. Every part of the wall, the ceiling, Frisbees. Like, you couldn't even see the wall. It was just fucking Frisbees covering the wall. and they had a parrot that would fly around the house. So they had like perches all over the house.
What the fuck?
And the parrot would fly all over. I swear
Bro, this
to
is
you,
the weirdest family that has ever existed on Earth.
My mom and dad would confirm every bit of this story. And then one day the parrot got out, and they never saw it again. But
of course,
yeah, of course. But no, there were perches all over the house for the parrots. And one time she found a bunch of baby ducks outside. So she brought the ducks in and she raised them in her bathtub. And she'd go out every morning and pick up snails to feed the ducks. Fucking wild couple. But in the end, I used to go over there all the time, and I would just play Nintendo. Like me and like the other neighborhood kids, we would just go over and play Nintendo.
This sounds like the intro to one of those Forensic Files fucking things.
I mean, looking back on it, yeah.
Either like you were diddled, they were swingers, or they had people in their basement. All that stuff is so fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, it seems really weird and creepy. But my mom especially was really good friends with the wife, and yeah. So I mean, we would go like to Disneyland, or we go like places with her, with them. Hey, I don't know if it's something more, whatever was happening.
You have a 3-bedroom house and you waste a room on fucking Frisbees?
And another room on cows. It was, I swear, dude, it was so fucking wild. It was wild. But in the end, yeah, everything he had so much Nintendo shit.
No words for this. This is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
These people are so weird. You ever look him up?
Oh, he died. He was, he had diabetes, and after we moved out of that house, a couple of years later, they divorced, and she left, and he spun out of control, and he stopped taking his insulin. He stopped taking care of himself, and he died like 5 years after that. Yeah, from his diabetes, because he had. I mean, he just kind of didn't give a shit anymore, so he died.
Damn.
And so that was like late '90s, probably, when he died.
So he was dead by 35.
Oh, probably, yeah, easily, because he just completely gave up. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know what happened to her. My mom,
the
honestly,
90s were wild.
My mom probably still talks to her. My mom still talks to people that you would never expect. Like, that's just my mom. You know my mom.
It's like my mom too. Yeah, they just, I don't know. Why? Like, why?
Yeah,
that's always my question. Like, why? Who cared?
Mm-hmm.
Why? But the 90s were wild. You had rent was so fucking cheap, and you're making decent money. No kids. You can buy whatever the fuck you wanted.
Yeah, I know.
What a time to be alive.
The 90s. Yeah, 90s and before were wild. But anyway, that was quite the rant, quite the tangent. But yeah, that was a wild apartment, wild condo, I should say.
Do you want to hear the riddle for the eggs?
I do want to hear the riddle for the eggs, yes.
Because I wrote down the riddle for the eggs, because they're all fucking hard. But this riddle was also... So he says, a box without hinges, key, or lid, yet golden treasures inside is hid. Eggs. Yeah, eggs.
It's so good.
Isn't that a fucking hard riddle?
That's a really... I would have never guessed eggs.
Dude. I think
like, I almost had
you go back and forth.
I almost had you repeat it, because I just... How do you make that connection?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Anyway, Birdo, number one, easy number one. I think it's the only true, like fucking untouchable beyond banger. I think Cutsman and Birdo are the only true, like beyond banger, untouchable fucking songs that should go down in history. There are a lot of bangers within the scene, a lot of good stuffs, but those are like Cutsman and Birdo, fucking untouchable.
Okay. Yeah, I would say there's a couple more songs that are.
Cutsman's
up there.
Two.
Cutsman's up there. But
I said there's only two, so we're gonna just go ahead and do that.
You're stupid. So let's get into another song. All right, so we're good with Birdo. Let's move on to a different song. What's your 2B? Second banger. What do you got? Oh my fucking god! This is so hard. Looking at my nose. Remember what I like about this?
Kind of hard. I can't fucking see.
Open your fucking eyes.
Oh, the House of Boo, of course.
Really?
But the girls.
But the girls. That's my 4B.
But the girls.
Let's get into it. What do you got?
Yeah, I don't know. From that opening kind of bend, right, where they let it go, go up and down a little bit. Love the build from that. Heavy bass into some real 90s kind of punky metal shit. This is what I talked about earlier. I couldn't figure out the song. But some of the songs on here remind me of like when Rage lets everything open up, or when System of a Down lets everything open up and get kind of crazy with it. The way they do the breakdown bits here, also I was going back to Birdo too. And like the reason why Horses was so successful for that brief period and why they should have been more successful is the way they do breakdowns.
Yeah.
Like they don't do blast beats like everyone and their fucking mother did blast beats. It was a groove. Like you could still tell the blast beats were there, and they grew up like Bane, right? Like, you adopted the Darkness. I grew up in it. Like these guys grew up in fucking blast beats.
I think you were talking about the band Bane. I'm like, wait, there's no blast beat. There's nothing about Bane that's like blast beat or grindcore. Okay, but now I get what you're...
I mean, blast beats aren't specific just to grindcore, and Bane did do blast beats, and Bane was hard as fuck, and I love Bane, but yeah, House of Boo, it's I don't know, it's groovy and dancey, right? And the boop, boop, all the boops and the beeps that they do, like it's, what the fuck are you doing? It's wild and still. How do we get from like rah 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 to boop boop beep boop 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 and then back into it, right? How do we do that?
But
and then Horse shows us.
Yeah, like almost like I wouldn't say every song on the record, but a good chunk of the songs, yeah, they'll stop everything and they'll just do like one little key part, one little thing that Eric does, and then just all of a sudden drop into a fucking huge ass breakdown or something super chuggy. They're great at it. They're just really, really great at it. And sometimes there's just no rhyme or reason as to why they drop into one thing and back into another. Like with really the House of Boo, like that main line that Eric plays on the keys. It's a straight lift, not a straight lift, but it's very similar to what's played in Super Mario with the Boo, with the character Boo. So he uses a lot of what was in the Mario game in this song. which is cool, but it doesn't make any sense. But for whatever reason, it still works. Just a lot of quiet, loud. The quiet, loud dynamic is strong here, but a lot of bands were doing that shit too. So at the time,
that's true. Like I think back to Super Mario World and the haunted houses, right? The whatever the noises they make in the haunted house levels on Super Mario World. That's what he's doing here.
Yeah,
I didn't think about it until now, but it's not the exact replica of it. But that's what he's channeling. Yeah. He's trying to make you think like this is the House of Boo, right? This is
and you hear
what you remember and what's fun, but it's not the same exact thing.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. And also, there's some cool bass parts on this song, and honestly, all over this record. I didn't realize until this week. I've listened to this record. I can't even tell you how many times I've listened to it, but it's been a lot. But it wasn't until this week where I realized, God damn, dude, there's some cool bass parts and a lot of parts where, like, he kind of shines a little bit, where it's just him and maybe the drums are just him. Like, there's some rad.
There's
bass
not
parts.
A lot.
There isn't.
I think there's like 4, maybe 5 parts in the entire record where it is that, and there's even less parts where it's just the bass gets his own time. Because usually, like this one too, there's a lot of keys in the bass solo, I guess. So there's not a lot of times when he gets to kind of just do his own thing and shove him. I'm like, hey, don't forget there's a bass player here.
But
this
they're
is one
great
of them,
grooves.
because even though
that's the thing.
Yeah, it's a great groove. But like in the drummer kind of does a disco beat, like on the offbeat with the crash, the like that thing at the very end. They love the
disco beats on this record,
dude. Fucking, it's good. This is a good song.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Dropping back and forth once again between genres and styles and parts. This record's wild. This song is wild.
It is.
I dig it lyrically. What do you have on this one?
I thought this was literally just about Boo, and then him just going along the lines of video games. That's it.
So I thought this was a little bit deeper. I thought this was about his abusive parents, or abusive stepdad, I should say. You know, it's talking about, you know when abused kids say, you know, oh, I hid under my blanket. My dad came home drunk. You know, I was afraid of him because of all the yelling and this and that. You know, really sad shit. And when you read the lyrics to the song, it kind of follows that story of, you know, being. It's later at night. He's hiding under his covers in bed, all that kind of stuff.
In the darkness, he's scared,
and he can't wait till
terrified.
Can't wait till the light comes out in the morning. I think it's about being abused as a kid. You know, whether it's verbally, physically, whatever. That's what it is. I feel
there's not a whole lot written about Horse to Band, right? Obviously, because why would there be? But I wonder if there was a lot of abuse like directed at him, or if the dad just would hit the mom instead of the kid. You know, like that type of dynamic. Yeah. Like, if you don't listen to me, that's fine, but I'm gonna take it out on her, type of thing. Which is still like fucking just as bad. You know what I mean? That's still terrible.
Yeah.
But I could see that. That also makes sense. That makes sense.
Also, so you did mention that not a lot is written about the band, which I generally agree with you on that. And we would also both agree that, you know, they did put out a 11.5-hour documentary, but it is a tour documentary, not on the band necessarily. But
dude, that tour is wild.
Yeah, it's the Earth Tour. That was literally what it was called. It was like in 2009 or 2008, I believe, and they called it the Earth Tour. Before
their third record, or during their third record.
So yeah, I think that was like 2008, right? Maybe 07?
Yeah. 07.
Yeah. So they
45
went on this
45 countries in 90 days. They had no money.
Yes.
All they did was put on credit cards. He accumulated $60,000 in debt. And just from the trailer, because I would like to watch a documentary.
Oh, I'm going to definitely watch it.
Well, I agree. You have nothing else to fucking do. They play Tekken 3 and shit. So why would you not watch
why not?
Tekken fucking 3? This guy would do Tekken 3. Yeah, I'm not watching I'm not going to spend 13 hours of my life watching a documentary on a band that can play 3 songs really good over and over and over for entire. But anyway, That's fucking crazy, dude. Just like, fuck it. Let's go on a tour. Who's booking us? I don't know. We'll do it. We don't have a manager, right? No, we can do it. Okay. Who's hauling our gear? We could do it. Like, what?
I know.
Like,
wild.
45 countries in 90 days. And they're and then in the trailer, they talked about a country I had never even heard before.
Oh, Turkmenistan or...
yeah, that exact.
Have you read about that?
What
Shit's
the hell is
wild,
that?
Right? Dude, that's
just like this,
wild.
like Ukraine bordering fucking.
It's not a real
country.
It's like this one guy who's such a megalomaniac, and he I forgot what countries they are. I think it's on like it's part of Turkmenistan or something, some shit like that. But yeah, the tourist.
I think it borders Ukraine or borders part of Ukraine or something to do with over by Ukraine.
Possibly.
And they finally got their own team to even not qualify, but be like acknowledged for the Champions League. But then like the next Champions League, FIFA was like, you know what? Nah, forget it.
You're not a real country.
Like we said you could do it, but we changed our minds.
But
I never heard of that place before.
He's a crazy dictator, and he only allows like white cars to be driven within the country. Like it's so strict, but it's like this massive like utopian looking city. It's fucking wild. You watch videos of it of people traveling there because you could travel there. It's not like North Korea or some shit like that. You could travel there, but yeah, dude, it's just fucking wild. Look at that. I Transsteria. It's something weird like that.
Yeah, it's something similar to what you said, but I had never heard of it. And I just like these kids who are early 20s who are fucking this is the era of like the Bloodhound Gang documentary where there's a lot of nudity, right? There's a lot of like gayness whenever you're on tour like that with the friends. A lot of people in drawers, pantsing, a lot of alcohol. And these guys aren't like, they're not like the Strokes out here. They're just ugly fucking dudes.
I know.
Like just ugly.
They're not out breaking
guys.
hearts. They're not out breaking girls' hearts.
Yeah. But they probably did. And like,
because they're in a band.
We talked about it with other people from our life. And like, really, just because someone's in a band, like, really? Like, oh yeah, for sure.
Instantly, yeah. Oh, they're a musician. Oh, they're instantly hot. What?
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Speaking
of that too.
Skipples is lucky. He's lucky.
I don't go out much. I know I don't go out much, but I
went
out.
What are you all you do is go out.
I went out like I went down to downtown Fullerton like a couple months ago, but Tammy and I went with some younger people in their early 20s, and we're 38, 37, and we went out with some younger people, and one of the girls, sweet as can be, she's so nice. I won't drop any names, but she.
She's dumb.
No, she's not dumb at all. She's actually very, very smart. But there was this guy that we were hanging out with. That was a friend of a friend, and he was nice enough. He actually reminded me a lot of Ronald. Like his personality was very, very Ronald, and then they ended up linking up and hooking up, and I'm like, this guy's pulling her, like she's like really pretty, and she's funny and she's really smart. And
is he in a band?
No, he's not. Player? He's not. And I'm like, this guy's pulling her, and then Tammy and I talked about it the next day, and she's like, yeah, he was kind of cute. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This guy was not a good looking dude.
I think a lot of times because it's just a generational thing. Also, like, just if you just ask, right? Like,
yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Ask and you shall receive. Like, how did he, he probably because he asked.
Yeah, he just went with it and asked. Yeah, probably.
Probably because he said something. I don't know.
God damn, dude. Like, and you think he was like a good-looking dude? And she's like, yeah, he was cute. If I was younger and I wasn't with you, yeah, I'd link up with him. Like, whoa, that's wild. But anyway, I don't know.
Good to see the dating game still there, though.
Yeah. What's weird when you hang out with like younger people like that, like in their early 20s, like
that's really young.
Yeah.
Like early 20s is young.
I think the girl was. I think she's like 23, and then the other. Two girls we were with her like 24, 25. Yeah.
Yeah, that's young.
Yeah. It was a fun night, but damn, man. Crazy shit.
I mean, not just because like obviously the drinking thing and waking up the next day and like, I'm fucking tired. Like my liver, I can actually feel my liver pleading with me to not do that again for a while. But also just, man, these kids are cooked, dude. Like I think every day that just Anybody under the age of like 25 is just absolutely fucking fried. They are fucked. At least in America.
Maybe.
These kids are fucked. Fucked.
Some good tangents.
Good.
That
Good
people
tangents.
probably
Get back
won't
to-
care about, but whatever.
They love the tangents.
We do love the tangents. So we got a really actually nice message from a friend of the pod, Isaac. He's been listening for a couple years, but he left us a really nice. He sent a really nice DM. So shout out
What
to
is that?
Isaac.
Really
He was
say what
just like,
fucking said?
you guys are like my favorite podcast. I love listening to you guys. Like, hope you have a good New Year's. Like, hope you have a good Christmas. Like, just like a really wholesome, genuinely nice message. Was
Is he
sent
from
to us.
America? He's not from
No,
America.
he's from here. No, he's from the States. Yeah, I think he's I think he's Midwest. I think he's Midwest,
Oh.
which is
That's why.
Yeah, Midwest.
Grew up in a nice,
people.
wholesome Christian
I
family.
know. No, he seems like a really nice guy. And he always like reaches out to us, and for the last like
He's
3
our
or so
only.
years.
He's our only fan that just is nice to us and doesn't talk all this shit.
Yeah, right. He's the only one that doesn't like talk shit, whether it's like real talking shit or just jokingly talking shit. He never. I don't think he's ever talked shit on us. Yeah,
Never talk shit.
yeah. He's a cool dude.
Good for Isaac.
Huge shout out.
You shut up.
So anyway, let's get into another song. Anyway, what's okay? So we did House of Boo.
We did House of Boo. We did
We didn't do-
Birdo.
So my 2B. You ready for this one?
We didn't even do our top 10, but that's fine. A Million
Oh, we
Exploding
didn't-
Suns.
Yeah, we did not do our top 10 favorite Horse the Band songs. Whatever. Who cares? Fuck it.
Even I went out of my way to get it done, and we still didn't do
We
it.
still didn't do it. We always forget that. I'd say we forget half the time we do the rankings. We forget.
I always
to do our
forget to
top 10.
do it half the time too, until like the day of.
So my number 2 banger here, The Black Hole, the last song.
Black Hole, the closer.
Dude, everything about this song. It's just as intense as Birdo. The synth here is absolutely insane. Like the part where it all breaks down and it stops, and then Eric goes fucking nuts on the keys. Just 2 keys, like he's just like seeing how as fast as he can possibly go with the 2 fingers on the keyboard, and it's just fucking wild. It's intense. It's insane. Lyrically, this wraps up the whole record perfectly. There's references to almost every song on this record lyrically.
Yeah, that's pretty
Musically,
wild.
it has every element that you hear on this record is within this one single song, but done just as chaotically and beautifully as Birdo. I think it's the perfect end to a record, to this record especially. I love this song. The Black Hole's
It's a good.
It's insane.
It's a perfect closer. It's a good kind of like reimagining of a coda, right? Like
Yeah.
let's do everything over once again, but put it in like a different perspective kind of thing. I think it really drives home the Nintendo core aspect of this record. Like you said, the doodly 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 doodly, that little fucking that thing that guitarists always like to do, right? The doodly doodly doodly.
Yeah,
doodly.
yeah.
I don't know what you would actually call that.
It's not even like an arpeggio. It's I don't know what. To
But
call
like
it.
that thing he's doing in here. But also this is another song too where I thought like we got kind of like System of a Down kind of groove at points here, where it gets really into. I think it's like the middle part of the song, right before
with the dancey part, the
Yeah.
and then the disco beat.
like mesmerized, hypnotized, kind of
Yes.
did it like that.
Yeah.
But the
Like a
dun,
polka
dun,
thing,
dun,
like
dun,
a
dun.
polka thing. That's what it
Yeah,
is,
but not. It's like the polka thing, but it's not the polka thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you heard the song, you would know. But yeah, this is a perfect close. This is my 5B.
Okay. I mean that's wrong, but okay.
It's a killer track.
It's a fucking. It's one of their
This is a killer
best.
track.
It's their second best song. Like not even on this
No,
record, but their
You
second
think
best
this
song.
is better than Kutzman?
Yeah, I think it's better. I mean,
No.
Kutzman is my third favorite song from them. But yeah, no, the top
Kutzman
3:
is your best
Birdo,
song, followed by Birdo.
The Black Hole, and then
You
Kutzman.
probably have never heard Kutzman,
Well, okay,
so
that's
that's the
fine.
problem. Yeah, I like how this album is bookended by chaos.
Yeah,
Different kind of chaos too. Like Birdo's just straightforward chaos. There's really nothing else going on in that song except their attempt to just fuck you up. At least like the Black Hole is a little bit more melodic. You know, like the last half of the song gets a little bit more kind of like swingy and melodic. The whatever the part that is, I'm melody's off, but it does get a little bit more swingy and melodic. Whereas Birdo never does that. But I like that because it's like this progression, right? Because not every song is supposed to be like Birdo. and the black hole is supposed to be this end cap, and then we get piano,
which is even like it, which makes the song even better because it's 5.5 minutes. It's 5.5 minute song, and like I said, it's all encompassing musically, lyrically. It has some of the heaviest breakdowns on here. It has some of the most grating keyboard parts from Eric on here as well. The guitar playing is all over the place, but in the best way. Like he's taking from every single song with the chugginess, the breakdowns, the weird little like high guitar parts. It's all here. The little stop and goes where it's just silence and then you keep on going. It's all here. This is the perfect encapsulation. Wait, how do you say that? Encapsulation.
Sure.
Of the entire record within one song. This is literally everything in the one song, and it's perfect. It's melodic, and lyrically too. This is the most uplifting. I feel the most uplifting song because, like I said, it mentions all the songs before it, which all the songs on this record are very depressing. It's about his depression, his anxiety, abuse, heartbreak. It's everything you hear in emo music. And he talks about that a lot in the song, but toward the end, it's like this uplifting kind of like he transcends to another level. Whether I don't know, maybe that's like a suicide thing, or maybe he overcomes his all of it and just to reach a different level, like almost like a Buddhist thing, I don't know. It's very uplifting.
I think it's more about him finding just like his happy place and telling everyone like, everything's fucking sad and shit, but I do enjoy doing this. It's amazing. It's so amazing, as he repeats over and over and over to end the record. And then at the very, very end of the record, I know what they're called, but those Muppet guys that are always grumpy and they're like, that wasn't half bad. You're right. It was all bad. Those guys. Those are the fucking best. Yeah. And every time I had this record playing on Spotify in my shop, and that thing would come on, everybody in the shop would just laugh and giggle like, oh, I remember those guys. But they wouldn't say, who was that? They would just remember those guys, and that was it. I don't think anybody liked this music. That's okay.
Yeah. It's a very polarizing band. Very polarizing band.
It's easy to hate. No, it's easy to hate, and it's hard to love. But once you love it, like you should really love it.
Yes. So let's move on from the Black Hole. What else we got
Black
here?
Hole Sun.
We
could do Lord Gold Throne Room. That's my 8B. Sand. That's my 6B. Soaring Quails. That's my 7B.
Those are lower
Heroes
Bs.
Die. That's my 4B.
Well, those are clearly lower Bs.
Exploding Suns. That's my 3B.
Let's get into A Million Exploding Suns.
A million exploding suns. Not just a couple, but a fucking million.
Yes, a million exploding suns. Wait, this is your 3B? You said
this is my 3B.
That is my 3B as well.
That is your 3B as well.
And they did make a video for this one. I loved this video.
This video is way better than Birdo.
It's so fucking good.
Not that I hate Birdo, but it's just Birdo's like, it's fine.
So So it starts with Eric, who looks like Napoleon Dynamite, like we mentioned. He's sitting at like a dining room table with a typewriter, and there's this little like glass ceramic duck head sticking out of the wall.
Goose or some shit, whatever the fuck that is.
And he just kind of looks at it, and I think it just says like, wait, I wrote it down. Wait, hold on.
So Napoleon Dynamite came out a year before this, so like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, definitely.
They knew what they were doing.
And Eric looks up at it, and then it's just a single shot of just the ceramic duck head sticking out of the wall, and it just says commence. And then it goes back to a shot of Eric.
And the typewriter.
And he's just like going crazy on the typewriter, and then it's the key part that he plays in the song. And then essentially the concept of the video is that he's writing this story that he doesn't want to write, but he's being forced to write from the ceramic duck head.
Duck.
And it's telling these two people to fight each other and kill each other, and then to create this like Frankenstein monster out of raw meat, which is the singer, Nathan, and then Nathan ends up turning into the monster and killing the two guys that created him, and then eventually Eric comes in to save the day with his typewriter around his neck, and he kills Nathan. So this is his whole fucking story. And then, but in the end, the duck has the final victory, and then at the very end, he's eating like peas and cheese out of a fucking bowl or some shit.
Peas and cheese,
weird, man.
but like like not even melted cheese.
Yeah, just
right, just like like fresh shredded
cheese.
cold cheese.
Yeah. Some shit you get like
Yeah,
Taco
this
Bell,
is
like on your tacos.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
never
well,
melts.
Yeah, exactly.
That never melts.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever you get like shitty fast food, you're like, dude, my cheese isn't fucking melted, but then you still eat it anyway, and you never complain about it, right? Yeah. Just slutty fucking fast food. God
Slutty
damn.
fast food.
But yeah, Million Exploding Suns, 3B. Dude, what a fucking transition from Birdo. The perfect metalcore song as is, but then you add like that deep chiptune synth in it, and you get Nintendo Core. This is Nintendo Core.
Yes.
And like, oh, Nintendo Core, it's been something different. People hate it. Like, whatever, fuck off. This is it. And like in passing, these guys created Nintendo Core. It was like in an interview they did, and people were like, what the fuck? What are you doing? He's like, I don't know. It kind of sounds like Nintendo. Maybe it's Nintendo Core. Like, you know what I mean? It was just in passing. They created this genre, this short-lived genre that nobody gives a fuck about. I like this song as a showcase Nintendo Core. Like Birdo is just sweetness all around, but like this song showcases exactly how you'd answer someone when they say, "What the fuck is Nintendo Core?" It's this insane instrumental bits, right? After the breakdown, it's just like everything just rolls along and it's metal as fuck.
It really is.
And how they go from the major riff scale pattern and they add in like little like minors to like slowly creep back into like the overall metal thing is just like in the 3.5 minute, 4 minute mark. Like what the fuck is going on here? Like you went, I don't know, dude. This song is wild. I love this song.
It's great, and they never stop. Like this is probably one of the outside of the Vulture song. This is probably like the fastest, most aggressive, like straightforward hardcore song on the entire record. Yeah, there's a lot of elements like Nintendo Core and a lot of like metalcore elements, but when it comes to strictly hardcore, this is probably one of the closest songs to it. It's just
that's what you need.
Yeah, no,
like you need hard metalcore mixed with chiptune, and that's Nintendo Core. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Chiptune is something I had never heard of until I never like bothered even looking up until this week.
Because it's stupid.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
It's been around for decades before this.
I never knew that was a thing, or I'd never heard that term before, I should say.
Because it's stupid. It's dumb. I guess to be fair, like who outside of us, like who really cares about Nintendo Core?
Yeah.
Well, Nintendo Core, I can just hear him. I can just hear Bocephus. You think chiptune's stupid? Well, so is fucking Nintendo Core, idiot. Fucking dumb fuck. Fuck that guy.
All right, so this song, I mean, they do what they do best, where they'll just do the full stop or almost the full stop sometimes, and then Eric will just do his keyboard thing, and then a fucking big hardcore drop will happen, and it's just fucking heavy and nasty as fuck. And goddamn, if you've never seen this band live, I mean, even now, I know I said it earlier, but even now, 2025, these guys are in their mid 40s now at this point because they're a little bit older than us. Their shows are insane. Like their performance is insane. The crowd is fucking insane. Like I told you,
because like,
yeah,
it's us. It's our age. There's a couple people that come into my shop all the time. One guy's name's John. He's a really cool guy. Like same type of music. Fucking just he's a cool dude. But we have conversations where he'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to see X band, tomorrow or Thursday or whatever." Like, "Oh, you gonna get in the pit?" He's like, "Nah." They'll be like, "John, you gonna go in the pit?" It's like, yeah. And that's like that's perfect, right? Yeah. You tell yourself like, I'm not going in the pit.
There's no way.
But you get there and you're like, oh fuck. Yeah. There's no way I'm not going in that pit.
I know.
Like I know I'm gonna hurt tomorrow.
And
I
how
know it's gonna be fucking awful.
Like it instantly changes in your mind. Like you hear that first note and you're like, I gotta go. I gotta fucking go. I gotta
Dude,
go.
I'd be knocking over children, old ladies. I'm like Costanza out there. I fucking be pushing everybody out of the way. I don't care.
Dude, music is so rad. Music is so rad, dude.
Going back into the show aspect of it too, it was funny because when we were at, I put my beer down for this one. When we were at Unwritten Law, because I remember I kept seeing there's a lot of girls at that show. Mm-hmm. That crowd didn't understand like the punk aesthetic. So when because we don't really go to the main pit until it's a band we want to see, right? So we're hanging back a little bit and then we get in there. But to get to the pit, you have to push. You got to. It's skin on skin contact. Mm-hmm. You just have to. I have to put hands on you. whether or not it's like I'm swimming past you like this, or I'm
Just-
doing like this thing
Yeah.
and saying sorry,
I
and then
know.
my right hand has to go somewhere, or I'm going the opposite way.
Yeah.
Just the fucking way it is. It's nothing weird. It's nothing personal. It's
Never
just
anything weird.
I got to get there. The Unwritten Law show, there was a lot of pushback, a lot of
Like,
boxing
why
out.
are you so close? Why are you so close? to me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that was from the female side of punk
Which
shows.
I
where, like,
understand. Which I understand.
of course I
that.
understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're all fucking weirdos out there, for sure.
Yeah.
The Bouncing Soul show, I'm sure the Vandal show, any Pennywise, any like punk band you go see that's, the male gaze is full well there. No, it's just push.
Yeah.
And
just
like
push
if somebody,
until- yeah.
even if somebody knocked me super hard to where I'm visibly shaking, I looked real quick, I'm like, oh, he's going to the pit, whatever.
Yeah, I know. You don't get
Right?
mad.
It's like
You
instantly
never
gone.
get mad at anybody at a show.
And you can't get
Yeah.
mad at these fucking shows. You just can't. This is the lifestyle. And if you are getting mad, you shouldn't be
You
there.
should, yeah, you should go in the back or just go home at that point.
Or
It's
just
like
get a fucking. They have seats now, dude. Like go on the top, on the balcony, get a
Yeah.
chair, get a seat.
spend a little bit extra, so you don't
Spend
have
a
to
little
get
bit
mad
extra.
at everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how that played into Million Exploding Suns, but
I
Thought I
don't
should
know.
throw it
I
out
don't know either. But that's fine. This has been very rant based.
you want another rant about the lyrics in this one?
Let's get
Or
into the
about
lyrics. What do you got?
The Sentry. It's like the superhero, the Sentry. I don't know if you call him a superhero or not, whatever. But I'm not like a huge comic book guy. Actually,
Same.
never.
Yeah.
Actually, I did read a little bit of comic books, but not a whole lot. But like my neighbor's brother had a lot of comic books. The same guy that I stole the Sublime CD from, he had a fuck ton of comic books. I would read them from time to time over there. So I do know a little bit about the Sentry, but I was reading more about the Sentry, and the song's kind of about the Sentry. But the Sentry has a really cool fucking story, and he's never been in Marvel until recently. I guess he was in the Thunderbolts, which I had not seen the Thunderbolts yet. But yeah, he's ridiculously powerful being, like so powerful, like the Hulk's fucking terrified of this guy. Like he's infinite power, like beyond Omega level status. So he's way more powerful than Professor X, Storm. Like fuck all of them. This guy's on a different fucking ball game. He took on Galactus, went toe to toe with Galactus, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy eats planets for fucking breakfast. But also he has his alter ego, this dark side called the Void, and it's still him. So this guy's just like a Joe Schmo, right? He drinks. He's an alcoholic. He's kind of fucked up. He's kind of fat. And so he somehow builds his tower to make him forget and everybody forget that he's a superhero. And so in doing that, he eliminates the Void and the Sentry, which are both inside of him, the dark and the light side of this guy who's an alcoholic. Because whatever the Sentry does, whatever good he does, the Void does the equal and opposite thing of that. So he's scared and he tries to kill himself multiple times in these comics, but he can't because the Void won't let him. But I think it was cool because I think this record goes in line with that. I think there's a lot of dark and a lot of light in this record, and I think it's cool that these guys are a little bit older than us, so they grew up like we grew up, like strictly with Saturday morning cartoons, but so did these guys. But they also grew up with comic books. And so I think they know more about deeper Marvel lore than we do. And I like the idea that this record showcases both the light and the dark side of Horse the Band, of the lyrics, of the singer. And then also like the cover art, right? It's very pastel-y. It's very light. It's very like, oh, that's kind of a cool thing. It reminds me of like psychedelic porn crumpets. They have a record cover that's almost identical to this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of more lighthearted, psychedelic music. I don't know. I thought that was kind of a fun story of Marvel characters. We like superheroes.
I knew
here.
nothing about the Sentry. I literally have never heard of this character. But once again, I mean, growing up, I read some comic books, but most of it was like Spider-Man, some X-Men, some Superman, but it wasn't like I never got deep on comics at all growing up. But yeah, so I'd never heard of the Sentry. But it's cool. I mean, clearly these guys kind of know on a deeper level their references, or at least the singer Nathan does, because Nathan writes all the lyrics. And I feel like a lot of these songs, the title of the song is a play on whatever his lyrics are. I mean, that's clearly what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And going to the artwork real quick, I didn't really see who did the artwork for it, but apparently some people were saying it's based off of Fahrenheit 451, that book, and the Future Police wear a Phoenix badge, and it's a play on that. So which makes sense because Nathan's lyrics are very, they're either depressing, they talk about, like a dystopian kind of future and things like that. So I get all that reference and everything. And also another part of the parts of this the album artwork, there's like the octopus on here, and there's the octopus song on here. I forgot the full title of the song, but yeah, there's some. I think the artwork's really cool. I really like the artwork here.
I like it a lot too. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't read Fahrenheit 451 since
read
high
it in
school.
high school. Oh, okay. I was gonna say yeah. We all were forced to read it in high school. I didn't like it.
It's funny.
Honestly,
like
I don't think it was that good of a book anyway. Like I really don't think it's that good of a book. But whatever.
Okay, don't be too pretentious here. But
whatever.
Every time I'm forced to read a book, I always think like, damn, that was so fucking good. I'm gonna read more. Like every fucking time, and I never do. Yeah. Dumb.
It's stupid. It's stupid. All right. So let's move on from A Million Exploding Suns. All right. So let's move on.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, we can we're getting to that point now, right, where we can kind of blow through a lot of these.
Yeah.
I guess the two big talking points is one of the instrumentals, Heroes Die, and then B, Sand. I want to talk about. Otherwise, I can do without everything else.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about my four biggest Bs. So Birdo, Black Hole, Suns, House of Boo.
Heroes Die is my 4B.
Heroes Die.
That's the first instrumental.
It's the first. That's kind of like an okay song, but we can get into that real quick.
This is the only song that they've done, I think, ever that sounds like this, and I like these weird kind of like doomy metal kind of songs. Like this is a new thing in the past, ever since we started collecting vinyl. I love this sound. I just can't get enough of it. That's this. It's just 3-minute long jam, just built around a fucking simple riff. There's no fluff. There's no vocals. It's just a jam. They play it out, right? They don't build too much. It doesn't really go anywhere, but doesn't need to. It's a bridge between softer sounds and the House of Boo. It's perfect. I love this.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you. It's almost 3.5 minutes long, so it's a long interlude. But there's a great build, like with the drum intro. It goes on for a while, and then it just the synth and the guitars and like the weird, I don't know, vocals or whatever it is. I don't know. Just kind of builds the song, and it's cool, man. But it's an interlude in the end. So.
And then Sand's the other one I would like to talk about because
that's lower for me. But yeah, let's get into it.
This is 6B for me. I think this one's fucking wild. I love those background harms, the shrieks, right?
Yeah.
And this is the one where I thought, like, dude, you guys are just playing a line 6 like that. Dude, your guitar tone is shit here. It's nostalgic, and dude, everybody fucking had a line 6, man. It was just, it's so cool. It's so warm and fuzzy on the inside, right?
That's like,
God damn, they're like $120 for a fucking massive like big amp.
When you're like 14 or 15, like you get that amp, or you know somebody who has that amp, so you played it and all that kind of shit. Yeah,
and they're huge, and they're powerful, and they're loud. There's not a lot of depth. There's not a lot of depth to them. Not a lot of complexity. They usually came with like free cables or free fucking something with them. So that's why you bought them. But damn, dude, the guitar tone on this sounds like a fucking Line 6 Spider. Specifically the Spider too. The Spider was just like that was it. Every metalcore kid, every kid had that shit.
The Spider had the built-in effects. That's what it was. So when you're first starting to play guitar, it's like, oh, I could put this delay on. I could put this flange on. Like how many people use a flange? Like especially when you're beginning guitar, it's like nobody uses the flange. Nobody does that shit. Unless you're fucking around.
I never had a Line 6, but every time I went to So's house, I would play his. I put it because his parents would be gone during the day. Because when we were in college, we would go to his house and jam, and it would just be me playing the drums or playing his Line 6 as loud as humanly fucking possible. And I would put it on crunch because there was like there was blues, and then there was like metal, and there was like something else.
I think there was country. There was a country setting.
Well, there was like if you go from, I guess you're looking at the opposite of me, but if you're going from clockwise, right? You're going from like.
I mean, I never had one, so
7 o'clock.
I never had one, so I'm just.
Oh damn, girl! I never had one. I played So's a lot.
Yeah,
but if you go from like 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock was like clean, and then 9 o'clock was like country twang, and then 10 o'clock was like blues, and then it kept going over and over, but it get progressively more and more crunchy. And the last one, I think, was crunch, it was insane. It was either crunch or insane. I can't remember which one it was. But you put it on that, so I put it on that, and then I put the flange on, and then I would just play really loud solos because it hides all your mistakes.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
It just sounds cool because it's loud and crunchy, but you can play like shit, and it would hide it all. And like here, I don't know, dude. I was like, bro, you guys, yeah, okay, that's cool. I respect it.
Also, with Sam, there's like this weird timing at the beginning. Like, are you guys about to fall apart? Are we like, what are you doing here? The whole kind of like maybe first 30 seconds of the song. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but then it just kind of drops into its normal thing. There's a lot of like Metallica chugginess to this song as well. Something that they don't do much of, but just like the consistent like just like a single note or just like a single power chord just chugging that, very Metallica, which is cool. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about this song.
If I was good with computers, I would take what you just did, the choo like that, and I would just make it like a fucking 15-minute long loop, and like that would just be that would be it for me. Yeah,
that's annoying.
But you know,
lyrically though, I once again I like his lyrics a lot on this record. I mean, it's him like warning people like, don't get too close to me. I'm a mess. Like, I'm gonna probably ruin your life. I'm gonna be a shitty person, a shitty friend, a shitty partner, boyfriend, whatever it is. You know, like knowing his shortcomings, but not wanting to get better. And just saying, like, you're going to have to deal with me for who I am now, and I'm not going to change for you. And that's pretty
good. I was like, dude, this song's about his baggage. Like, he carries his shit around constantly and warns everyone around him that he has it. It's pretty good. Yeah. That's pretty fucking right.
We got it.
Essentially the same thing.
It really is the same, yeah.
Like, this guy's broke. Dude, this guy's broke. He's broked up.
Mm-hmm.
Tore up from the floor up.
So, Sam, good stuff.
Good.
I really honestly dig his lyrics. I really dig them.
I think because like not his fault or whatever, but the bar was fucking so low for me.
I had such low expectations for his lyrics.
I expected to breeze through his lyrics in like 13 minutes.
I know.
Okay, I'm done.
I thought so too.
Because there's 13 songs, right? Yeah, that's like a minute per song. I'll read through them, fucking call it a day. And then Birdo, I was like, oh damn! It took me like 30 minutes just for Birdo. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna take a minute.
Yeah, there's some good shit here. I don't know. I don't really care to talk about Taken by Vultures. What do you think of this one? Like the shortest song on the record, shortest proper song on the record.
This is not making banger list for me. I do this one and Octopus and Fire
5B.
are my two least favorite songs on the record. Mm-hmm. But Taken by Vultures, I think it serves a purpose. First of all, I think it's a fucking dude, their transition from like instrumentals into their songs, fucking flawless.
Perfect. Yeah. Right.
Going from Soaring into Taken by Vultures, fucking flawless. Absolutely perfection. But yeah, it's a little bit more straightforward. It's a little bit more.
This is the most straightforward song on the record. No fluff. This is Orange County hardcore, OC hardcore at its finest. Like this is like when you hear OC hardcore, that's what this like. Your Bleeding Throughs, even your 18 Vision, like early 18 Visions was kind of like this. Throwdown was a little bit heavier, but like so much of OC hardcore was like Taken by Vultures, which is cool. Like you get one, you just throw in one song that's like an homage to, we're playing, the local scene and all that. I love it. I thought it's a great kind of throwback track. So it's killer. Great hardcore song. But otherwise, no, I think I'm pretty good here, unless you got anything specific.
No, I was just Googling real quick to see like when, if ever, did Horse the Band play Showcase Theater.
Oh, they had to have.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I mean, Showcase was,
fuck, man,
probably a lot. I never saw my Showcase, obviously, only at Chain and a few other places after. But
I've only been to Showcase once.
Showcase, dude, that venue, that's crazy too. Showcase is gone. Yeah. Chain Reaction's gone now. I mean, Glass House, honestly, Glass House might be the next one to go.
But like they've built that area up pretty well though, to where there's other things to do besides the glass house, right?
Yeah, no, I mean,
like I can see why Showcase left, and I can see why Chain. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do after you leave Chain?
Chain Reaction's like in a shitty fucking area. Showcase was like in this weird strip mall that didn't make much sense.
No, and as far as fuck.
Yeah, it was, and well, I mean, so is Glass House. Glass House is far too, and Pomona. Going from still, like, Anaheim to
people
Pomona,
live there.
That's true.
Back in like the 2005 era, like people were still kind of going to Corona and moving there, and it was the big booming spot. Like now, it's definitely different. But like, dude, Orange County kids aren't going to go that far. They'll go to Pomona for sure because we're going to L.A., right? That's what you feel like.
But you're not even close to LA. That's the thing. It's like
we're going to Los Angeles. We're going to Pomona. Plus, like, dude, like there's college out there. And this,
the college, but also like what I said earlier when Tammy and I went to go see, was it Horse? When we saw Horse this year, I hadn't been to Pomona like on a Saturday night in over a decade probably, and when her and I went on a Saturday night, the place was packed. Like we had to pay for we almost had to pay for parking, but we ended up finding street parking. But that was after like 25 minutes of looking for a parking spot. Because we're like, we're not going to pay $20 or $25 for parking at like some like random lot like 5 blocks away. Like fuck that shit. So we fucking drove around for a while before we found like a street parking. But no, that place, that part of Pomona has, I was shocked on a Saturday night how busy it was. It's crazy.
That's good. It's good to see.
Because you and I have been going there for 20 years, and
it really is good to see.
It's dead even on a Saturday night when we used to go.
We're too early in season here, Chain Reaction season.
Yeah.
To get overly nostalgic about the
true.
sadness of Chain closing. So
yeah,
we won't get into that until
we'll
the third
save it for
episode.
the next second or third episode. Yes.
For sure, the third episode, because
that's going to be a sad one, but it's going to be a big episode because we're doing a very huge band, like a massive.
For sure, the biggest band that's ever played Chain.
Yeah, 100% the biggest band that's ever played Chain. Yes.
And I thought it was. I guess people can just guess, but whatever. We'll get there.
Okay. All right. So let's wrap it up. Let's give our final thoughts on the Mechanical Hand from Horse the Band. And then we'll rate it based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album, but give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. What do you got? Go.
So by definition, this is not perfect.
Destruction by definition. Yes.
Destruction by definition, which I forgot I ordered at your house, and it came today in the mail.
I remember you ordered it, and I was shocked you ordered that. I'm like, because we were listening halfway through. You're like, I just ordered it. I just bought it. I just bought this record. Like, really? And you're like, yeah, I just bought it.
Why the fuck? I was like, why do I not have this? It's so stupid.
Yeah, we were pretty toasty.
It came fucking today,
too, by the way. The Suicide
I totally
Machines.
forgot to order that. It was a good drunk me present to sober me. I was like, oh, dude, good job, man. Usually it's the other way around.
You finally did something right. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, it's usually a shitty present. But anyway, by definition, this is at least a 2, but it's not a 3. This is not perfect. There's really no metalcore record that should ever be considered perfect. It's just
except
by
Butt
design.
Kisses,
the genre sucks. Butt Kisses is not perfect. This is Cars. That's all you ever say. This is Cars. That is Cars.
Death by Stereo's first record.
See, we're not. See, we're now
If
we're
Looks Could Kill,
I still don't
is the
think
greatest
it's
metalcore.
a metalcore record.
It's not the greatest, but it's a perfect metalcore record.
Because I don't think it's metalcore. I don't think it's metalcore like by strict definition of the sense.
Not by the strict definition that Death by Stereo record is not, but it came from the scene and it's primarily metalcore. Yes, there's thrash,
but it's
and
better
punk
than
elements.
most metalcore because it's not just metalcore.
It's not
because it incorporates punk elements, and that's why it's better than most metalcore. But anyway, how do you make metalcore palatable? If you're not Suicide Notes and Butt Kisses, you add this to it. You add some fun into it. You add some what do you call it? Some humility, right? Like metalcore is just it's so fucking rise. What's the fucking dude? I like 3 thoughts that I'm trying to like backtrack to.
I don't know what you're doing.
Bleeding Through's front man,
Brandon.
What is the place that he owns where they work out?
Rise Above Fitness.
Rise Above. Metalcore is so fucking Rise Above Fitness. I'm not saying they're douchebags or whatever, right? Yeah. Like I'm not saying that. It's just like metalcore became Tim Lambesis trying to execute his wife. That's what metalcore became.
God, that's such a brutal thing to say.
That's what metalcore became. It became a bunch of fucking bros listening to shitty fucking music that sounded the same, just trying to bulk up as much as they possibly can, taking over or back alley creatine, looking at you, Anton, looking at you, Jahit, looking at all these guys. Even Brian Snow kind of dabbled in that shit for a minute. I'm looking at all that stuff. That's what metalcore became. Metalcore should have been this. It should have been fun. It should have been lighthearted. It's fucking music, bro. There's nothing deep about this. It's stupid. It's all stupid. Embrace the stupidity.
Yes.
2.5.
There you go. Perfect. There you go.
2.5.
I like it. Yeah. I don't think they're the greatest thing to come out of the Orange County hardcore scene, out of metalcore and all that. But they really dabble in so many great elements of metalcore. There's death metal on here. Obviously, all the Nintendo stuff, the synth stuff, which, yeah, bands were doing, like Bleeding Through. They had a keyboardist, but both the girls that were in the band or are in the band, there was more like soundscapes. It wasn't like let's over the top. It's more
she's
like
been there since like early, right?
The current one, Marta, she's been there since 2003.
But they've had a keyboardist
since the second record. Yeah, since the second record.
Never knew that until I saw them live.
But anyway, yeah. So they're there for like the soundscape, like little things, nuances. But with Horse the band, it's just like it's all over.
That's their lead guitarist.
It essentially is their lead guitarist. Yeah, and it's fucking wild, but it works. Like once again, it didn't come off as cheesy as say your Attack Attacks. It seemed like they were just trying to have fun. And I did see a YouTube comment today on one of their videos, and it was like I wish I could remember it for like word for word, but it was like one of the most perfect quotes. God damn it. It was like, I'm going to have to go back and find it and send it to you separately. But it was, and everybody was like, people under that comment were saying like, nobody could have said it better than this. And it had all these upvoted comments. And it was such a simple statement that's talked about like people making music. It was essentially like people making music because they wanted to play music for the rest of their life. It was something along those lines. Like you're just making music because you love it, and that's what you want to do for the rest of your life. Like fuck anything that what people say about your band and what record labels want you to do. It was something along those lines.
That's exactly true. When you go on a fucking 45 country tour in 90 days with no money.
With no money, yes.
Like what?
And I'm excited to watch that documentary. I'm really excited to watch it. I'm going to start watching
all
it
13
tomorrow.
hours of it.
I want to watch. Well, it's 11 and a half. So
it's 10 and a half. If you want to get specific and be a little bitch about it.
No, but I thought there was another like an extra part of it. So I think I don't know. It doesn't matter.
In the trailer it says 10 and a half, 45 countries, 90 days.
But I think the video on YouTube is 11 and a half. I think that's what it is. Anyway, who cares? This is an incredible record, and I'm going to give this I'll give it a 2.75. I'll give it a 2. I mean, it's not perfect. It's not perfect.
That's good. But as long as it's not a 3.
Yeah, no, it's such a timestamp for the scene, for music in general at the time, but it's not. It's just not perfect. Like nobody does anything spectacular, but it's so unique and so. It's just unique. That's really what it is. It's so unique. I love it.
This is like one of those bands where like you get together with people our age, maybe from our area. And we're talking about like, oh, remember metalcore? Remember Atreyu? Remember this? Remember that?
Yeah.
Like, dude, remember Horse the band? And we're like, oh,
fuck yeah! I forgot about them.
Yes.
Yeah,
and everyone gets fucking excited,
instantly stoked. Yeah.
That's Horse the band right there.
Love it.
Love those moments.
So,
love them.
Anybody out there, if you've never seen Horse the band and they happen to come through your town, they don't tour or play shows often anymore, rarely at all. And if they do, it's mostly here in California. But they did a U.S. tour this last year, and they did a lot of the U.S. Go check them out. You're not going to be disappointed. I mean, yeah, they're older now, but their shows are still insane. So go check them out. Chain Reaction season. We're starting that now, and it's going to be a good time. So next couple episodes are going to be something. I don't know if they're going to be fun, but they're going to be something. So they're not going to be as wild as this episode, as this band.
The next episode will be a good episode, though. It's by a band that actually is really good.
I mean, talk about a band
Keyboards
that's like
too.
Talk about a band that's like almost the complete opposite of Horse the Band that we're doing next.
But very much keyboard driven.
There's a lot of keyboard. Yeah, they are a pop punk band. Let's just say that. So that's all we have. Thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, you smash that subscribe button. That's what the kids say. So that's all we have, and that's it. That's all.